I wanted to talk to you today about Roth IRAs and the significant tax advantage that they have over traditional IRAs. Let me just give you a little bit of a background. The difference between the two is, in a traditional sense, and that's one where people are probably more familiar with, you get a pre-tax, tax-deductible dollars going into the account. It then grows tax-free for the life as long as it's in the account, and when the dollars come out at the end, then it's taxable income to you. So pre-tax going in, tax-free growth, taxable income coming out. So that's what a traditional one is. The Roth, on the other hand, is after-tax dollars going in. Grows tax-free, just like in the other traditional IRA. And the biggest difference is when it comes out, it's tax-free. So again, after-tax going in, tax-free, tax-free. Big difference, huge difference. I want to do a little bit of math here, just sort of walk you through how much of a difference that can ultimately make. So let's just say that we're going to start with $1,000, and we're going to put that in just a general average mutual fund. And I did some research and went back to 1976 and said, okay, who's been around for 40 years? And I didn't try to pick the best fund, I didn't try to pick the worst fund, I just picked a middle of the road mutual fund and said, okay, they have a 40-year track record. We're going to start with $1,000, and then we're going to add $1,000 a month. So $1,000 to begin, $100 a month. And 40 years of growth. And what that fund did was it averaged 11.7% over that 40-year period of time. Now, I have to issue a disclaimer here, and that is past performance is not indicative of future results, but if you've ever heard any kind of an investment situation, they're always going to say that because you just don't know what's going to happen in the future. But again, $1,000 to start, $100 a month, 40 years, 11.7% average return. You end up with, and I'm going to give you a minute here to think about this. How much do you think you've got when you're all done? Well, the answer is over $975,000. And that's a huge number the way that most people think about this, and it doesn't seem like it's possible, but that's the magic of compounding interest. In the beginning, it's kind of dull and boring because you've got $1,000 in and you're just adding $100 a month. It's no big deal, but when you get to the end and all of that compounding compounds on itself, it's interest on interest and growth on growth, it ends up being a huge deal at the end. But here's the critical part of the Roth idea. Would you rather pay taxes on the dollars going in, be done with it, and then never have to pay taxes again? Because you're paying that tax money on the $1,000 to start with and $100 a month. Big deal. I mean, the total that you've been taxed on totally over that period of time is only $49,000. But when the $975,000 that you've now accumulated begins to come out, it's tax-free. Huge difference. Would you rather pay tax on $49,000 or tax on $975,000? I know which I would rather do. That's the beauty, that's the power of the Roth IRA, and that's why there's some other Roth ideas here that we're going to talk about in future videos, but I think we wanted to just start with the basic concept of why it can make such a big difference. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, you could hit the subscribe button because we're going to be putting new content out here all the time. Thank you.